Hello. It's 11:33 Central Standard Time, so technically it's still I Adore Men Monday. I'm going live again now so that I can have an I Adore Men Monday conversation. I'm cooking and doing I Adore Men Monday. I got skills. I can multitask. Let me see who's here. So the caption says, "Sisters, how can we improve our appreciation for men?" And I was asking sisters if they would please join my live, or at least comment in the, or leave, at least leave the answer in the comments, so that we can then ask brothers, are we on point or are we off? Because some sisters might be like, he can take what I give him. But it's like, if we're asking, how can we improve adoration of men, we first got to know, are we even right about how we adore men? Sisters, join me. How can we improve adoring men? Let's talk about it. And then I would really like to get feedback from the brothers so that you can help us about how you think you can improve adoration of men. I don't want to hear how great you are at it already. I just want to know if there's sisters in the audience who know that you can improve in that area. Give me some ideas of what you think you could do to improve. And then let's check in with the brothers to see if we're on point. Just like if we ask brothers, tell us how you can improve listening to women and adoring women, and they start saying stuff, and we'd be like, that's not what women like. You know, it's good that they have good intentions, but we do want to also point them in the right direction because we're women and we know what we like. It's the same thing for men. Okay, I see, I think this is a brother. Oh yes, hi Joshua. He says, actively listen to men when a man is speaking. Okay, thank you for that. Support him and take things off his plate when you know he's handling a lot. Taboo table talk. So the way that this brother is saying that we should love our men, we got to really, that we should show up for our men and support them like that. That has to come from love. But sometimes sisters, even though they may make the man like, you need to marry me. I've been dating you all this time. You better marry me. Even though you might make the man marry you, you don't even really love him like that. Because if he does one wrong thing, you don't want to feed him, you're mad at him, you don't want to have sex with him, and you might think you love him, but that's not really love. You might have a form of love for him, but not the kind of love that's necessary to show up the way that these brothers are talking. So let's take our time and choose brothers that we really love, not brothers who can provide for us, or brothers who are cute, or brothers who are tall. To leave, and now she's spinning.
Well, he's back on my end, so I can see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm here.
It might be Instagram, sis.
I think I need to start my live over again to make it. I don't know. Change it.
No, it's probably my raggedy phone.
No, I can see. I can literally see both of y'all perfectly fine.
I think we need to stop the narrative that vilifies all men as toxic or as bad. You know, men aren't bad. Men in general aren't bad.
Agree. I agree 1,000% with you. I think also it's a matter of there's truth, right? Like that being it too. Like there's times where they say that the toxic masculinity comes from men being truthful in the most simplest form, right? And then that be a thing too. So that's another narrative that I would love that be dismantled, especially because you a lot of men who show women who they are, and a woman will still romanticize about the man that he could be, his potential, and then they get angry when the man that he's always shown him to be is what's presented right in front of her.
So that's what I'm going to ask you, brothers, if you could help the sisters, and I know that there may be frustration because you hear women make stupid mistakes and they blame you for them, you know, when you try to deal with them and all that. But if you could have a little bit of compassion for us and help us, what should a woman do if she starts listening, like you're saying, she starts listening to the man, she's like, wait a minute, this guy started off saying he's got all these plans and he's going to do that, but all he ever does is go out with his friends or play video games or keep avoiding the things that he said he was going to take care of. How would you suggest? Does she drop him and go, well, he's not good enough for me because he doesn't have his shit together? Should she support him? Should she tell him about himself? Or should she just, as brothers, what would you say to the sister? How should she handle that guy?
I would say communicate effectively. I would say don't come at him bashing him, but come at him and say, hey, these are the things that you said you were going to do, and you're not living up to that perspective that you set yourself up for. Is there something that I'm doing that's preventing you to getting to your goal? Or what is happening that you're not aligning with what you said you were going to do? And if these things are not aligning your words are not aligning with your actions, then how can I be that woman for you if things aren't lining up?
I like that.
To support him.
It's a
Can
deal.
I want to ask you a question, because I remember either when I started this live or I was in the other one, I was saying I already know that there's going to be some good sisters, because there's a lot of good sisters that follow me, and especially on I Adore Men Monday, they hang all the way to the end because they really
Yes.
learn and they want to listen. But that's the stuff you already do well. Is there something that you know you can improve on? And
Oh, sure. Sometimes I could be I'm a Leo, 7, and he's a Taurus. And first of all, I didn't even know Leos and Taurus can get along together, but we've been together. Like, I just wanted to give you the backstory, because sometimes I could be aggressive and then I have to catch myself.
So one of the things that this is just a personal belief, and I think a lot of men will agree with me. And when I heard it, I was just like, oh God. So ladies need to stop attributing bad personality traits to astrological signs. Just because I was born on August 1st, just because you were born on August 1st does not mean that gives you a reason to be a bitch to everybody, right? Or to be disagreeable, or to be masculine, or to try to take over conversations. That just because you were born on January 2nd doesn't mean that you have the right to be nasty and vindictive to people and volatile to people. You know, when men hear astrological signs, they just hear a woman that's not accountable for her own actions, her own behavior. That's exactly what.
Can I just say something?
This, please. The way that it works, I want to be respectful of everybody, but the way that this works is we got to let the brothers get it out. Okay, we don't have to correct them, because we don't even have to agree with what he's saying, but we got to at least practice so other sisters can learn, like, wow, they stayed silent when he said that and they didn't interrupt, and we got to do that, or the brothers don't get everything that they want out. And I would like to just interject this. There are so many times that brothers swallow it when they see a bunch of Leos and they're like, I know that's right, bro, I'm a Leo too, and I like to do this and I like to do, and it's all toxic, and they never say anything. So now he's on a platform where he gets to say it. It's not going to sound nice. He's not going to find all the right words because he just wants to get it out. So we got to just hold space and let him talk about it. He's not talking about you. He's talking about, oh man.
Dang it, we lost him again to the Wi-Fi. But
when we get set off with women, we have to learn how do we manage that? Because the way we manage it is like, well, wait a minute, let me tell you something. Then he doesn't get a chance to finish his thought. Let him finish his thought, then say, okay, brother, respectfully, can I please? Then we're getting somewhere.
That's another way that actually, I ain't gonna lie, that is a good way to improve your appreciation for a man too. Letting a man land what he's saying, even if it triggers your mind or triggers you in a way in which you feel like you have to stop him.
And I mean, I guess that's another reason why I created my platform, is because, you know, I wanted to educate the Black community about kink and BDSM, but I wanted to educate my brothers about, you know, different ways to cater to their needs, because a lot of the times people think that when it comes to our physical needs, everything is being met just because we don't say anything, just because we're minimalistic, just because we can deal with the blows. No, we require you to show up. We require you to care for us. And we're in a day and time where, you know, I see women my age saying, these men are bitches. They want to be taken care of. They want to be pampered. They ain't the men of yesterday. No, the men of yesterday got pampered. They got taken care of. They got cooked for. They got their feet rubbed.
But not attacking, but giving your contrary information and saying that's not true and he was disrespectful as hell and all that kind of stuff. I don't think that. This is my page. So if he's disrespectful to you, I don't want you to leave. I want you to learn how to listen to somebody that you don't agree with, because he's not being disrespectful. He's just unapologetically saying, I'm sick of this shit. So if we don't learn how to let men talk like men, then we're going to have a bunch of men that we end up calling like what the brother said. And then we don't want men telling us, you can't police our vaginas. You can't tell us what to do. You can't. But then when they say it to us, he's being abusive. He's toxic. We got to get rid of the double standard. My name is Parrish. Thank you for being so patient.
Oh, no problem. How are you?
I'm fine. Tell me if you want to tell me your name, tell me your name.
Yeah, Chanel. I'm
Hi,
Chanel.
Chanel.
Nice to meet you. Everyone.
Hello.
Good, everyone. Hi.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I just decided to block that sister.
Oh, Jesus. That
Yeah.
happened quick.
But okay, Chanel, thank you. So I was distracted for a minute, but so you wanted to come up, and did you want to share how you can improve in appreciating men, or was there something said that you want to ask questions about?
I mean, there was a lot. I mean, I'm enjoying the conversation for sure. I feel like it's definitely needed. Um, in the space, I do want to say this. Um, the type of men that I'm around, the type of women that I'm around, uh, I don't see this. So it's like what you guys are speaking about. I don't want to say I live in a bubble. I don't want to say that at all. But for me, it's sacred, you know, who is around me, and the men and the women that are around me are men of, you know, honor, you know, men that know how to lead, men that are the best fathers, um, men that if they have their children, they have custody of their children. You know, the women that I'm around, they're, you know, amazing women, amazing mothers, amazing, you know, women that you would want to look up to. So it's like, you know, I mean, it's good to know that, you know, other amazing people still exist out there like you guys. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, and just in general, what the young man was saying about like women, they need to do this and they need to do that. Like, I don't even know those type of women.
Well, let's go on this. Let's go from this perspective then, Chanel, because I said this at the beginning of the live, and I think at the end of the other live that I was on, not because I don't want to hear the sisters, because I do, but I usually only talk to men on I Adore Men Monday. But the reason why I'm inviting sisters is if you have something to contribute about, although you're only around respectful, positive men, and you're only around women who are in alignment with those kind of men, we can always make improvement. Is there anything that you make improvement on?
I would say patience with me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for sure. You know, I would say that this year specifically, I've taken the opportunity to just focus on me, you know, so just because a man isn't chasing you doesn't mean he's not interested, and doesn't mean that, you know, that he should be, and that you know, you're, you know, you are a woman, and, you know, you should be chased, you know. So I feel like that is something that I have learned. So I would say with that, now that I know that, now it's just practicing patience, you know, and just, okay, he's busy, you know, I'm busy as well, let me work on this.
To where it was, there's a lot of times where like men aren't wired to romanticize. We have to live in the real world. So in the real world, you have to provide. So like when a woman isn't giving us something that we want, we don't automatically go into the what ifs. Well, what if she's doing this? Or what if she's doing that? It's, oh, she don't got time, so I got to keep on going to what I'm going, right? Whereas on the flip side, women, when a man isn't doing something, then they get to romanticize. Well, what is he doing? What isn't he doing? What's up, my boy? What isn't he doing? Well, he could be doing this, or he's not giving me this, so it has to be going. And it's like, nah, it really could be going towards what the end goal is.
But the men that do that, and it's just right, it's not even that big of a deal. It's like I've been teaching my kids that since they were 2 years old. But when they do that, can I tell you, all of that stuff, the opening the door, the, you know, like I don't have my napkin, and I don't know why. I may have forgotten that I'm with a man for a minute, and I stand up and go, sit down, I'll get it for you. What else do you need? All of that, that's why you get the blowjob. That's why my pussy's wet all night. That's what, you know, that's why I respond to you, because just the basic masculine energy is so pure and valuable and so feminine. So every woman doesn't feel that way.
That's another way that a woman or sisters can improve their appreciation for men. Let a man be a man when he wants to be a man for you. A lot of times, my mom always said, you get so used to losing, you don't know when you've won. And there'd be times when women will be in the face of a good man that they've been asking for, praying for, but because they're so used to having bad men around them, she mishandles how she deals with said man. So another way that women can improve on appreciation for men is if a man is stepping in to do what a man is supposed to do, whether it's be chivalrous, whether it's take the load off, whether it's simply letting you be feminine and not lift a fucking finger. Let him do it.
The solution are you guys. You guys are our solution.
Right.
How you feel, talking about what you want, talking about what you deserve. That's the solution. So the guy, have you ever had that experience where it's like, okay, I think women just like me because I'm a good lover, I'm well endowed, and they're toxic, and that the reason why I'm asking you this, because I'm always telling brothers, be careful of who you put your penis into, because whatever you put your body into, there's an energy there.
I've definitely been there.
No, I definitely agree. I say, so a lot of the stuff that I have listened to talks about peen discipline, right? Having discipline with your peen. And I've been practicing that, like, I guess for the past 4 years, I would say. When I was younger, when I was like 18, 19, yeah, I was hitting anything moving, anything that would let me.
You don't seem
But like,
very just. I didn't see you that way.
you said what?
I wouldn't see you being that way.
Oh, oh yeah. But for the past 4 or 5 years, I would say I've been very disciplined. And I encourage other men to be disciplined, to not like. When I see these women, more times than not, it's like the first or second, they're gone because I cut it off. I don't give them any peen. It's like we have a conversation. I'll ask very intriguing questions. Like what we was talking about earlier. One of the things that I've asked women lately, my favorite question is, do you allow men to communicate with you the way they want to communicate with you, or do you allow men to communicate with you in a way that's more digestible to you? And the women who say more digestible to me is over. It's over. Because I'm not gonna renumber my tongue or my verbiage or my vernacular and for that's something more digestible to you. I'm not gonna pander to you. If I can't be who I am as a man, then it's over. But yeah.
Okay, Eric also has I don't know if it's a rhetorical question, but it says, I want to F, but she doesn't. What am I to do? I think it's a valid question. I'd like to hear from you brothers about how you would answer that, and then I can give my input.
I'll let him answer first so he can get back to eating this. Matter of fact, I'll answer because he's eating the food. Real quick. Yeah. I will say this. I only want women who want me. So if I wanted to lay down and bed a woman and she didn't want to bed with me, well, I'm gonna keep pushing. Like I don't think that it's not one of those things where I'm not about to convince you. I'm not about to sway your thoughts or nothing like that. If that's not what you want, and I feel like that's what I want, well, I'm gonna head off to the bathroom, figure it out with me, myself, and I, and then come back as a brand new man. Because post-nut clarity gets the job done every single time.
All right, brother.
I think he agrees 1,000%.
Yeah. I'm gonna just say the same thing. If a woman doesn't want you, then when a woman wants to. I mean, if you play your cards right, shoot, man. If a woman is expecting you to have sex with her and you don't have sex with her, she's gonna want to take your clothes off. She's gonna want to rip your clothes off. Especially if it's given maybe 2 or 3 opportune times and you don't jump right at it. Oh yeah, it's a wrap. And if you want to and she don't want, bro, just keep it moving, man.
Who's thinking about you? If everybody's thinking about her, you've got to think about you. So then if you say, look, I'm here, I'm your man, I'm not going to cheat. It's not even a conversation about me going anywhere. But it's been a couple of weeks and I tried to be patient. And I'm not saying it's time for you to have sex with me right now, but I want to still have a conversation about, we can't have that kind of intimacy, but I need something. I need to feel that you want me. I need you to take a bath with me or a shower or something. I still need your feminine energy. And if the woman hasn't checked on you, that means she's very much focused on her. She's not thinking, wow, it's 4 months and I've not even had sex with him. I didn't even give him a hand job, a blow job. I don't rub his head to go to sleep. I haven't done anything. That means she's not even thinking about you. So I'm not saying leave her. I'm saying you need to think about you, which means communicate and let her know, I have desires and all my desires are focused on you because that's what I'm supposed to do. And I understand you can't do that, but I think I've been patient and I want to talk about what moves can we make to help you be in a better position to have sex with me. I outsource. I let him have what he wants and then he comes home happy. And if that man, she's not starving him for sex or anything, but she's saying, I know he likes that. If I said, you can't have that because I don't want to do it, and then my man doesn't fulfill himself, I'm not being a good lover to him because I know he still desires something that I'm not giving him. So I'm giving him permission to fulfill that in the confines of what we decided is our understanding. And she's looking out for her man and some kind of something, blow on it, something, you're not even thinking about me as a man and my pleasure. I understand you don't want it, but I'm a whole being that still wants it. And I still see you and I'm still attracted to you. So I need you to tune into this. I've given you some time and I need you to tune into me and things. And if they're like, well, I want that woman. And I'm like, okay, well then masturbate in the bed next to her. If you let her know, I don't want to cheat. I don't want anybody else, but I at least need to be close to you or I feel weird in the bedroom or in the library masturbating. Can I at least lay next to you? I can feel the warmth of your body. And if she says, yeah, but I don't want to do anything, I promise you, I know because I have one. She is not going to lay next to you and hear you and hear the sound of you stroking your dick and the oil against your skin and everything, and her body not have a physical response in some way.
I'm a whole character out here. So I have feelings, but only in specific circumstances. I believe that sex is obligatory, right? There's an obligation to sex. Right? So for the thing that you said about the laying next to somebody, I just feel like as a man, it feels creepy. It feels creepy to be like, hey, 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 I just want to feel you. Hey, you see this? like, I think that's what I'm visualizing. That's exactly what I'm visualizing.
Your space, but I want you to know how much I want you while they're stroking themselves. They're married. It's not creepy. Married, and it has had positive results for a lot of men. Not all of them, but a lot of them, where the woman at least starts engaging and saying, okay, what can I do? You need me to finish that for you or something, where before they weren't doing anything. Because the women, as long as it's out of sight, out of mind, well, he don't ask, and he know he better not cheat, and they're acting like they have the happy relationship in front of the family and everything. But when she really sees, like, wow, yeah, he's horny, and he's really getting off. I put that out of my mind. I don't have to think about it because he doesn't bring it to me. Now she realized I'm neglecting and feels some kind of obligation to not to let me do it even though I don't feel like it. But like sometimes women expressing your needs, that's important. Just like we think that same way, it's being compassionate. Hi, DJ La Bonita.
My beautiful sister, how are you?
I'm
listening to you guys. I was having trouble sleep because I got an early flight all the time. I want to please you every day. I want to never let you down. I want to never fail you. I want to do my best. I want to get an A with you every day. And if I like you, right? But the moment I don't like you is when it's division in the foundation. And so for me, I won't settle. Like, I'm not settling for somebody. I've heard people say this before too. My single people, stop saying this. I like who like.
But the fiber of men is, if they love you and you chose them and you said, yes, I receive you, then they just want to love you and they want love back. And they might have healing along the way, but if they have healing that's necessary, they're a reflection of you. So you need to heal too. It's like, it's always a match. So
I'm going to say this and then I'm getting off. All right. There's three things women need to do when it comes to showing men more appreciation, right? Offer more blowjobs. If you give it once a week, 5 times a week, 3 times a week, step it up, right? Offer more back rubs, foot rubs. Rub your man down, right? More cooked meals. That's it. I'm out of here. I'll be good.
Hey.
That's common. I mean, people might think he's joking, but that's what meant.
Yeah, that's
not
how he feels appreciated.
She needs to make more money. She needs to put more makeup. It's none of those things. It's that just the basics. Like, she never initiates. I could eat her pussy for hours and hours and she will never initiate. And if I ask her, I feel weird. And then she makes me feel weird because she's acting like it's hurting her neck and she's asking me to hurry up. So that, the cooking of the meals, like, I know women think, oh, that's what ordering out is for. And that's what, Uber Eats is for, but that's not how men feel. And when he said that the platonic touch, like, it's not even about sex, it's just intimacy. You walk by him and you just want to touch his top of his head or rub his shoulders while he's, talking to you, or in the car, you're holding his hand. Like, those kind of things men are saying. I've heard them multiple times say, she doesn't even reach out for me. We're in the car. I've heard that multiple times. So I'm like, wow, this is very common. Men are like, hey, I'm a whole man sitting here while I'm driving. You could touch me anywhere. I'm not asking for a blowjob, but touch me something.
I think people just get too comfortable. But definitely, I will say that is something I know how to do, is nurture. And I think some people just don't have a nurturing spirit, too sexy spirit.
Well, but
we as women,
DJ, I got to be fair, because I told other sisters that they couldn't do that, but that we can't, like, when we're trying to talk about how we improve, if you and I come up here and say, well, we don't do that, we're better because we love giving blowjobs, and the other sisters are like, all right, good for you. Like, the point is, we're not here to, like, say, well, we do it all great, because that's not helping them.
Well, I'm saying nurture, but not every woman are nurturers. That's a hard quality trait. For a woman to just constantly cater is a nurturing spirit. Not all women are like that. I come from a lot of aunts, and they're all different, but at least 4 out of 6 of them are nurturers.
Yeah, but for the women that are in the audience that want to learn, it's not hard. It really isn't. It comes naturally.
Yeah.
when you were at the brothers, that's not very encouraging to brothers. And it's like, yeah, a lot of women don't do that. And it's like, they're like, oh God, these are women saying that. It's like, no, there's a lot that don't even think it's that special, because that's what we should be doing.
Right.
It's not that special. It's natural. If you love men, it's natural. It's not even anything to brag about or anything. It's just like, yeah, that's what you do when you love men. It's a part of being a woman that's heterosexual and that loves men. So, and if BJs or something, like for the women who say, I really cannot do it because of what I suffered when I was a child, it just is going to be really difficult for me. I'd rather do anything else other than put that in my mouth because of the trauma that I've sustained, and I'm still trying to get over it. Stop doing it when you're in the mood. Guys don't eat your pussy when they're in the mood. They're just always in the mood. They're because they adore you, and they love pussies, and they think they're beautiful, and they smell good, and they taste good. I'm trying to encourage women to understand penises are the same. When you pick the man that you love his smell, you love his taste, you love the way his penis looks, but you got to pick the men you love, not pick the man that can take you to the brunches you like to go to, or pick the man who's 6'4", so you look like you want to look in pictures,
Because I actually want to, I try to, and I do, and I put forth the effort. I just don't know how to master, and I want to learn to master.
What I've heard from hundreds of men, no, it's thousands now, and I asked thousands of men this, DJ, so you could just rest your pretty mind about that. And Joshua's here, but I think I've asked Joshua the same question. When I ask men, you have a choice: a woman who gives you the Gok 3000 and drains your balls and makes your head, your eyes go in the back of your head. All the men say, give me the lady that loves doing it. I can guide her. I love an apple. Like I just want her to make me feel desired. Like it doesn't take a lot, to feel good about giving it. So then you always want to give it all the time. And if you do it all the time, you're going to get good at it. And then if you want to do it all the time and you feel good about doing it, it automatically makes the man feel loved, adored, nurtured, taken care of, attractive to you, all the things that men say that means to them.
That's good to know. Shoot. Because a lot of times I feel like I just felt like it was wrong. But of course, he's not going to say that, right? So it's just like,
yeah. But if you let him know that, if you don't focus on, am I doing it right or am I doing it wrong? If it's like, how does it feel? Do you like it? What's the most sensitive part of your dick? Yeah. Am I giving you enough spit? Like just talking. Like if you're intimate.
Yeah, I mean, I talk, but it still doesn't teach me. Like,
but it's you got the dick in your mouth, and you're giving him pleasure. Or he would say, "Ouch, stop." And so just
right.
Confident that I'm giving him pleasure. It's more of like, I'm enjoying it. That's what my workshop is about, teaching to have her learn how the tissues in your mouth match. They're the exact same tissues that are in your vagina. So if you could know how to connect your mouth, mind, heart with your vagina, then you will start becoming orgasmic, giving him a blowjob. So now
right.
You want to do it because it makes you feel good. Now, now it's not like, am I doing it right? I can't tell if he likes it. You're so caught up in how good it feels to you. You're not even thinking about that. And he's not thinking about that either because he's just so happy. See, I'm telling you, I've asked all the brothers. I'm making love to your dick with my mouth. And I'm being intimately connected to your penis with my mouth, and I'm giving you pleasure. So, but it's a very spiritual practice as well. Your crown chakra is completely aligned with his root chakra and his sacral chakra. So that are important: the sexual energy, the creative energy, the passion, the sensuality, that's all in line with the sacral chakra. The root chakra is survival, your basic things, your shelter, your food, the things that we're concerned about just living. So if your crown chakra is where your higher energy is, where you receive messages from God, where you understand and process things at a higher level, that is connecting you together. So he's trusting you with his mind, his heart, and his penis. And you are connecting to the area of his body that has everything to do with him and survival and his expression and his sensuality. So when you're giving him pleasure and he didn't have to ask for it and he can just relax and receive, you're literally healing those chakras, and he's elevating your crown chakra. So it's like you're healing each other. It's not about like, oh, let me give him some head. And you can use it to that if you want, but then that's when it's like, well, who gives better head? If it's like, well, no, I'm healing you. I want you to relax. I don't even care if you're flaccid. I don't care how long it takes for you to come. I just want to heal you with my mouth. I want to give you pleasure. That I'm not saying every BJ is supposed to be like that, but when you designate, like, you're under a lot of pressure. After you get out of the shower, I just want you to lay down and let me heal you. And he'll know what that means. And he'll know, oh, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to be hard. I don't have to hurry up and get an erection because after she does it, I got to perform. No, it's literally only about him receiving. No, this particular BJ with a heart full of gratitude is only about him receiving, and it's teaching you how to be a giver, because most of the time men are the givers in bed. So it's teaching men how to be better givers.
You want to give better head? Ask the man how he likes his head. That's a great one. That's a great start. Just ask that man how he likes his head. Does he like spit? Does he not like spit? Does he like two hands? Does he like one hand? Does he like it from does he like it when you give him head while he laid down after he got a massage from behind? Ask him.
Yeah, I have some people on, well, a person on here, and I'm very vocal. I'm a massage therapist, so I definitely know how to ask. All men aren't vulnerable in that space. For me, I know I'm not, first of all, I can't, and I wanted to talk to her and the other lady, and Auntie Gina. Once, I swear, I cannot get it far. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I even said the next time I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna have an empty stomach, because I feel like if I was drinking or if I had anything, water, anything, I feel like I'm gonna throw up if it gets even right by my throat. So I come back up and I'll just kiss it and
Is that
do my
thing?
You're processing way too much in your head. The only thing you need to be processing with your head is the dick in your mouth. Thinking about, like, I want to do more. If he's satisfied and you want to do more, then give more energy in the BJ, and that'll naturally open you up. Like, just be in the now moment. And
yeah.
being in the now moment. And if they're satisfied, then that's your mind getting in places that right now and here in the moment, this moment could be more passionate by the way you're breathing, by you straddling his leg and letting him feel your hot pussy while you're giving him head. There's so many things you can do beyond, let me see how far I can get it down in my throat. Your throat will naturally open. That's why.
No. I didn't say I want it down my throat.
No,
What I said,
no, I'm not. I'm just talking.
in my mouth, if it's even like right at the back of my tongue, like right there, not going down my throat.
I understand.
I feel like I'm gagging because I don't
I know.
thing in my mouth.
I know. So that's why I'm saying, for the women who like doing it, do it. The women who don't like doing it, don't do it. If you figure it out with your mouth, and you figure it out with your breath, and you figure it out with your pussy, because your pussy is connected. That's the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. With
Yeah.
your vagina,
I just like
your mouth will not gag.
You hear me, sexy?
I'm sorry.
I miss my ex-boyfriend. He had a little one. it was perfect.
When you really appreciate it, and you just are there because it's like, oh, I can't wait to put his dick in my mouth. I just want to feel it. I just want to suck on it for a minute. I want to, whatever. When you're on that stage, you're not thinking about, I didn't do it. It's going too far. I might not be able to handle it. It's not, you'll be wondering like, wow, before, if it even got to that part of my tongue, I feel like my stomach is going to have reflux. But that's because you connected your pussy. Your pussy is connected to your mouth. So if your pussy can handle dick, your mouth can handle it. They're the same. And if you look at the larynx and all of it, it's the exact same. So that's why I'm saying, you trying to figure it out with your mind, and I get it. Some people like a homosexuals to teach them how to give BJs, but even those women, when they're like, they get drunk and they're like, oh girl, go to this BJ workshop, and that they go all that, and they still don't be sucking dick because they don't like sucking dick. They just like saying, I know how to do this trick.
I know how to do it.
That's what men want. They don't want women going in, okay, let me see what trick you got. No, I want you to suck my dick on a regular basis because you love it without me reminding you or asking you. So there's all kinds of people that'll tell you, well, I know how to do it with the grapefruit, and I can do it with my elbow, and okay, now we're getting into our ego to see who can give the best BJ, who loves doing it regardless. He didn't have to ask. You're initiating it. You want to do it. You don't even care if he comes. You just want his dick in your mouth. You want to worship him, just like how the man, like, I don't care if I have sex with you. I just want to worship your pussy with my mouth. That's the level that I want the sisters to elevate to, because it's not only for the man, it's for you. When you start realizing, wait a minute, so when I speak things, if that penis made my vagina come, then my mouth really is connected. So when I speak things and I manifest things with my sexual energy, that's how it comes to fruition. Now I see how it connects. Now I see that the way that the tone that I use when I speak to him has everything to do with how he approaches my pussy. Now I understand why the way he talks and what he says makes my pussy wet, because everything is connected. But I can assure you, if your pussy can handle it, your mouth can. I know it. It's the same anatomy.
My name is Joshua, and I approve that message. Like that.
My name. I love what I forgot his name that logged off, but he said rub my feet. I think he said rub my feet and my back.
Yeah, we got.
But women, we could go and get some oil, some massage oil, some candles, and literally put on something sexy and massage him, and put some music on, some soft music. Doesn't have to be words coming out, like instrumental sexy music, but massage him, touch every part of him, his head, his ears, his temples, the back of his shoulder blades, lift his arms up, stretch him, kiss him, massage his back, top to bottom. Men love that.
Sounds amazing. And I also feel like also just him sitting on the couch. Sometimes it's not going to always be romantic music and oils and everything. He still wants you to touch him. You know,
Yeah.
you could put your hand underneath his shirt just while he's sitting up watching television or doing anything, like just touching him. Like it's great when it's a special occasion. Those things mean a lot. But the way that things are set up for men, I see, is that they're depleted. So we need to do it more. Like I was saying, like learning how to do new techniques with blowjobs is great, but are you doing it consistently every day? That's more important than learning tricks. The massage that you talked about is amazing. I love giving those too, but I can't do that every day. He doesn't even want all of that every day, but I can always put my hands on him. I can, you know, before I take his plate, I could let him know I'm happy taking your plate and kiss him on the back of his neck, or, you know, like those little things are just as powerful as us doing it all the way out. Like DJ Labadita is saying, definitely, if you have that time and you have the desire and you have those resources there, that we should make them feel special the way that you're talking about, because we expect them to take us out to dinner and open up the doors and make us feel special. So that's letting him know that you value him at a different level, but also the just, you know, the practical things, you know, just touching him while you're in the car, you know, those things are just as valuable.
Find ways in which you can make his day easier. You know, just making a man feel better and feel appreciated, because then it's like, then at least it's like, damn, all right, cool, I forgot that, but she remembered it. Because then that also, it bodes well for her, because a man's obviously going to love on a woman who makes his life easier.
Understanding that you enjoying it and having pleasure as sisters is the more for him. This is what I'm hearing from the brothers. That's what I'm saying. You can easily straddle his leg, put your pussy on it, let him feel how wet you're getting, and that's giving more, but it's getting you more in the moment and not all about him, because the BJ is for you too. That's why I'm saying also look into connecting your pussy with your mouth, because then you'll understand, oh, that's why my vagina gets wet when I'm giving a blowjob. Yeah, because they're connected. And then you'll appreciate your body deeper. And that's very to a man, to have a woman who's orgasmic while she's giving him oral pleasure. So that's the more. You getting more pleasure from what you're doing right now could be the more. And just what I'm hearing from the brothers, I don't ever hear brothers saying they need to do more tricks. I would enjoy BJs if they do more tricks. And if they would, you know, yeah, some men do say they want the woman to explore their throat more with it, but mostly they're saying, I just want them to do it. I just want them to do it more and initiate. That would just be great if they just do that. So giving men oral pleasure doesn't necessarily have to do. None of the brothers said, yeah, sisters do need to learn more techniques. None of them said that. They just said the idea that women love giving it, you know, that they enjoy it and they initiate it. That's wonderful. You know, so I'm just letting you know, like, great, learn more. But here at I Adore Men Monday, you're already at the top of the food chain because you just love doing it. So you can learn more if you want. But for the overall, the women that are listening, I just want to encourage you, don't start shying away from BJs because you're thinking, I don't know enough, or I got to learn more. I want to give more. First, give consistently and give it the way that the brother desires it. Like Joshua was saying, talk to your lover, ask him what he likes, you know. And I always encourage women, the easiest way to take more dick in your mouth is learn how to love enjoying feeling the dick grow in your mouth, because now you can pace it. Your throat is expanding because your tongue is getting used to the pressure, and it all goes together. Everything is connected. So all of those techniques can lead you to learning more, and there's so many videos, so many workshops on that topic. The more you do it, the better you're going to get naturally anyway, because your man is going to teach you. But there are lots of different techniques, but the best technique is the one that excites you to make you want to do it and initiate it regularly. That's my number one advice on my platform. And help other women is powerful, because especially when it comes to talking about, a lot of women have hangups about, oh, it's dirty, or I don't want my man judging me, or I don't want women thinking on this and that. So seeing other women hold space and feeling comfortable and being vulnerable and learning and just talking openly about it helps other sisters. So thank you, sisters. All the sisters that cammed up. I can't think of everybody's name, but I know who I'm thinking of. But when I go to post this, I will try to remember everybody's name and put it in the tag. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate the sisters for holding space. I had to let a couple sisters out because they were being disrespectful, but I know that sometimes these conversations can trigger things. So like I said, in the morning, I have to get ready for a photo shoot in about I got probably about 6 hours to sleep, and then I got to wake up and get ready for a photo shoot and production and stuff I have to do. But while I'm getting ready, I have my Sexy Grand Rising that I pour into the sisters that may have been triggered, but they know that they can't really develop that conversation because that's not what I Adore Men Monday are about. I Adore Men Monday is about. So if you want to wake up with me in the morning, I'm getting ready. It's uncensored, so you're gonna see some things, sisters, but we all got the same stuff. So I can do more content if I can do it while I'm getting ready. If I have to sit down and do the lighting just so, and I can't seem to get it in the flow. So you can go to my link tree and click on Sexy Grand Rising. I should be there. I think I'm probably going to be getting ready right around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And yeah, I'll answer questions. I'll offer some suggestions on how to heal things that came up if you were triggered. Brothers are more than welcome to be there. It's really a conversation for women. And if you're going to be in the space, just understand that if you're coming from this live and you understood what the conversations were about and some of the things we touched on, we got to let brothers talk the way they talk, but sometimes it makes sisters feel some kind of way. But because they were willing to be so respectful and let you say that, I want to hold space for them so that they don't go feeling weird when they go into work the next day if it brought up some stuff for them. So it's just something that I'm trying to figure out how to help everybody. So click on Sexy Grand Rising. It's free for you to look into that. And I love everyone. Thank you for your support.
Real quick, DJ La Bonita said, do you have Apple Pay, because she doesn't have Cash App?
Oh, you're so sweet, La Bonita. No, I have Zelle, I have Cash App, PayPal. I don't have. Oh, well, maybe I do have Apple Pay. What am I saying?
You most likely do have Apple Pay. You got to set it up.
I just haven't used it recently, so I don't know what is the information for Apple Pay?
It's literally your number.
Typically, it's your phone number.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Your number, your email address.
DJ, if you still have my number, that would be it. But I got to just double check first. But I just appreciate you even asking. But when I end this live, I'll if I can find information or if it's set up, I'll send it over to you.
And fellas, make sure that y'all contribute to the donations.
Yeah.
Donations for this Sexy P, because she definitely did provide a space for men to get their words out, and also just give some word of the wise to women who are willing and wanting to do so.
Yeah. Okay. All right, brother. Are you gonna be on the road for much longer? You almost at your destination?
Yeah, I'm almost there. I'll be there in a couple of minutes. I'm just heading back to my spot now.
Okay. Well,
like you see, it's safe. Like the car, it's driving itself. I'm kind of just
Oh.
a passenger.
Yeah, I'll say his car drive itself, so you don't ever got to worry about anything in the car.
Okay. All right then. With your fancy self. Okay. Okay. And then Eric in the audience, brother, remember, have the conversation with your love. Your pleasure means your pleasure is important, and going without your needs being met and then meeting them in desperation or in a lesser vibration than what you really deserve just adds to the stress. So have the conversation. And even if it is the conversation of you letting her know, I'm really considering finding pleasure outside of this relationship because I've been patient and I'm not rushing you, but that still doesn't take away the desire that I have and I've been waiting. And you're not threatening her, but just be honest, because you can't lose anything. It's always hard when you try to be honest after you make the desperate decisions. It's better to talk honest before you make them, even if she gets mad or it starts an argument, because the other way is definitely going to start arguments. And you deserve your pleasure. Just know that. All right, everybody. Good night or morning.
Y'all be cool, but don't freeze.
Yes. Bye.